The other thing I wanted to talk about was we met Tom Brady the other night, and it was Jess. Wasn't it spectacular?
Oh, it was so amazing.
And I hate to be like the manifest guy, but I'm telling you, it does. There's something about it. And so we were like, I turned to Jess, I turned to Naveen, I was like, are we going to meet Tom Brady? And Naveen was like, yes, we're going to meet Tom Brady. And I turned to Jess like, are we going to meet Tom Brady? And Jess was like, yep, we're going to meet Tom Brady. And my mom was like, we're going to meet Tom Brady. And then we sat there and we waited for him. And then he talked to her for like 5 minutes.
Oh, it was like uninterrupted, like so close, like holding each other, like Lorraine was like crying. Jason was crying, watching Lorraine crying. It was so sweet. Was so everyone around them, like all these photographers, like it was like a movie. They like all gathered around and they were like taking photos. One photographer was like pushing me out of the way and I'm like, hey, this is my moment to film. And then they like took photos of them and it was just so sweet.
So amazing. I saw the videos and I almost cried too. I was like, this is so cute.
You know what was interesting about him? And I haven't found this with like too many celebrities is he like listened.
Yeah.
He literally like listened to what she said. He listened to what I said. After he talked to my mom for 5 minutes, he turned and he goes, okay, and so this is your son, Jason? He goes, I want to meet Jason, like that. And I was like, what?
Oh yeah, he did do that. It was
and then
crazy.
he like put his giant hand, he has huge hands, by the way. And then I talked to him and then I told him, I said something like, thank you so much for talking to my mom. Like, you don't even know what that means to her. It means to me. And I said, and I just love the way you carry yourself, you know? And he goes, oh, wow. Thank you so much for saying that. That's like so nice. And I just thought like there's a guy who's just like on like the biggest level, like the greatest, and he like acts like that. Like it just makes you like want to be like better, you know?
Yeah,
totally.
And he like was not rushed at all. Like he really took his time. Like didn't make anyone feel like they had to like took photos with Lorraine, took photos with Lorraine and Jason. Let Todd hop in a few.
Yeah,
like,
let Todd hop
like,
in.
Like literally was just so
that's really
generous and nice.
Have you ever met a celebrity that was like that cool?
One time, David took me with him because he was going to meet Coldplay, and I will never forget. We met Chris Martin, who also, by the way, was married to Gwyneth Paltrow, which is really cool. And he was so intentional and so nice. I mean, he came and sat in a room with like his son and me and David, and I was freaking out. And then he was like talking to me about like actually meaningful, like a very meaningful conversation.
Yeah.
And he like said Taylor in his little accent, and I literally peed my pants.
Taylor.
Anyway, that was my best.
We met Gwyneth Paltrow at the Avengers premiere. Did you ever hear the story, Tay?
Taylor loves Gwyneth Paltrow.
No, but that was the first day I met you guys. Or yeah.
Was it?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. So we were there, and David took me. It was like awesome. Like and I didn't even know it was going to be like. He was shocked too because every single Avenger was there.
Yeah, I know.
So every single one that had ever been there, like so 30 of them, every single one. Robert Downey Jr., Jeremy Renner, Chris Evans. And then we're in a thing with all of them, and David's like flipping out because he loves all of them. Oh, Paul Rudd comes over to David, and Paul Rudd's kid like likes David, and Paul Rudd shakes his hand and talks to him. He's freaking out, and then I'm just standing there waiting, and this like really just cute kid comes up to me, blonde-haired kid, and he's like, "Hey, you know, I watch the vlogs, like that." And I was like, "Oh, cool." He's like, "I love the videos," and I was like, "Oh, awesome." And he's like, "I'm." Paltrow, I'm not going to say a kid's name, but it's one of the Paltrow kids, right? And I was like, okay. Well, cool. Nice to meet you. And he's like, can I get a picture? And I was like, of course. Yeah, it's so great to meet you. Blah, 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 blah. And then he goes, okay, you got to meet my mom. Like that. And I'm like, oh, no. No. Because it's like the biggest, and he's really little at the time, you know? He's like a young kid. He probably doesn't understand like the gravity, like how big this is, you know?
Yeah.
Meet my mom.
And then he brought me over to her, and she's like talking to someone else, and he's like pulling on her, and she was like, "What is it? What?" Like, and he was like, "Oh, this is Jason, a YouTuber," and then it was just like, just fell flat. Like it was not good.
Oh, she was like,
"Yeah,
okay, honey, go away."
Yeah. She was like, "Oh, hi, nice to meet you," and then that was it.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a typical situation where like, you know,
that's the moment.
Her kid's like pulling at her. She's not thinking anything of it. But if she wasn't talking to someone else or something,
yeah.
She
it was just like that night was not the night
it's not
to bring me over.
Yeah.
For sure.
it's so funny. This is like off topic, but kind of. But when younger kids like recognize you and they're like, I know you, and then their parents are like, why do you know this like 50-year-old man?
It's so
and the
really funny.
The parents' looks are like, why do you know my child?
I ride by in a van every Tuesday, and I look in your window.
That's my 50-year-old friend Jason. He watches me through my computer.